What's up, everybody? get these levels right. How's everybody doing? It's been a couple weeks. I'm all out of whack. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Welcome to Tree City Live. As always, my name is Tree City Wes. Let me know how the levels are. Hopefully I didn't goof anything up. Got a lot of action in the chat. What is up, guys? What's up, Rolando? What's up, Aiden? What's up, Janet Rakuten? What's up, Howler and Clay and all the Zenians in the chat? Welcome. Before we get started, if you could come over to the Twitter, give the stream a retweet, try to get some more hash heads in here. Rolando says, after 2 days, I think I'm finally gaining ground on my Solana node. Hell yeah. I got your messages. Let's work on it. I'm happy to. Now that I got some time, it's tough for me to work during the weekend. So now that it's the weekend, or during the week, now that it's the weekend, I got a little time for the next couple days. So why did I kill crypto? I know, right? Everything's dying right now. All kinds of fears happening. They didn't cut the rates. They didn't. There's these Russian submarines outside of Florida. Everybody's fearful. There's this new draft change where I guess there's like a digital draft now. All kinds of crazy shit. See, Bitcoin's down to 66,000, which is crazy to think it's down to 66,000. We were sitting at 25 to 35K for so long, and now we're over 60. And you know, we got over 70, now 66 feels like a huge pullback, but we're at 66,000 Bitcoins. Kind of think about that for a second. That's crazy. But as always, let's get started with the crypto bubbles, see what's going on around the ecosystem. And oof, yeah, you can see there's a lot of red out there. These are the Coinbase. Let's look at the top 100. Not too much green. We got a Ton coin, which happened to be my only buy this week. I bought some Ton and I bought some Not coin, and that's been moving. I made some nice gains on that week. I just kind of lucked out. I thought this was the beginning of the market turnaround. I thought Powell was being a little more dovish. I thought, you know, the next meeting there's going to be a rate cut and things will start to turn around. But obviously that's not happening. You see all these red bubbles. You know, over the last week, things are down 10, 20%. You buy fear. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Rolando. And I'm kind of thinking this weekend's going to continue to be a bloodbath. It's like over the last day. See, we got a couple movers in Notcoin and AKT and Lido DAO, but pretty much everything else is red across the market. DXen's in the green. Hell yeah. Thanks to Q. Q's ripping off that buy and burn of DXen. And that one day it bought like 500 DXen and just burned it. That's so cool. That is so cool. Let's go check out the Bitcoin chart, see where we're looking. I honestly haven't checked. So this is kind of like my show chart. I always keep this one for the show. I haven't checked this in weeks and I have no idea what happened. So let's zoom out here. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, so we had that little falling wedge. It broke out and it played out, and now it's kind of slowed down. We got a red week for the first time in a month. So even though it feels like a big pullback, we just had 4 green candles in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple red weeks in a row going into. We might even see a couple months. Now I'm thinking this fall things are going to start to heat up. What's up, Ben Johnson? Bullish on DXen. What's up, Simple Waters?
You think too much.
Welcome. Oof. We got Zen. The Zen chart. Love to see it. Making new lows. But let's zoom in on Bitcoin, see what's happening on the week. Can see things are just kind of moving sideways. We're in this range. We did fall out of this range right here, but on the bigger scale, you know, the first week of May we got down to 58,000, and that didn't feel like much. And then we bounced all the way back up to 71,900. Now we did make a lower high, which is always kind of bearish. You know, we could make a new lower low, coming down to the low 50s. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I mean, I don't want to see that happen, but you know, what if it just makes this big scoop going into the fall and early next year? And then in 2025, we see the big 100K. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that looks like a healthy chart, but we'll see what happens. Q's been nice to me. Staked $50 of Q's, and 7 days later, reward was $45. Hell yeah, getting that ROI. That's what's up. Let's go check out Deck Screener. My Deck Screener is all crazy now. I've been all over the crypto world. I've been playing in Solana shit coins. I've been buying memes on Base and Ethereum, and doing the Zen thing. I got a bunch of Zen claims actually. It's the 14th, so. But let's go take a look. My main watch list has kind of been updated. We got Zen here, sitting at 60135. Oof, look at that 15-minute chart. Someone just bought a big bag of Zen. There's someone accumulating here. They're just getting dumped on as soon as they make those big buys. I did have a little concern earlier today. Someone pulled a big chunk of liquidity out. So now there's less than 25 ETH in the Zen ETH pool in the main one. But still sitting at a $14 million market cap, $200,000 of liquidity. Not the best ratio. Would like to see some more ETH in there, but after these big moves down, it does look like it's starting to see a bit more green down here. So maybe the 601 will be the support, kind of that psychological support. They're trying to buy it to burn for DXen. Hell yeah. And that's the whole point. I mean, that's really what should be happening. I wonder if we could see these big buys down here. Minimum $10,000 buy. 2 days ago, someone bought 66 billion Zen for $10,000. Oof. And then it dumped. And then we got Q. Q's just being an absolute beast. It's kind of got me a little weary. I mean, man, that chart is so perfect right there. It's falling wedge into the support line, broke out, retested, and now it's bouncing again. I mean, that is so nice. The one thing that freaks me out a little bit about Q, and I'm all about it. Here, let's go take a look. I love these rewards. I wish it did have more of a focus on the AI piece, but that's just kind of a novelty. This is really, to me, this is really a DBXen cycle without Zen. It's basically just burning ETH and getting Q. So I'm up to like 0.75 Q or something. Early, the first couple days I bought a half Q, and when it was like under $2,000, and then since then I've just been doing the rewards daily. So basically how this works is you have these AI miners, and think of these as like its own private DBXen lobby. So like if you want to pick the one with the most ETH, because then it has the most ETH rewards. So if you hang out in the Q Telegram, people kind of talk about it like, oh, we're getting an Ad Lunum, we're getting an AI Roby. You can kind of see the ranks here. You want to get the one with the most total ETH at the end of the cycle. So right now, Ad Lunum has 11 ETH, AI Roby has 10 ETH, Brain has 6 ETH, and then you burn batches of ETH. So if you want to burn 5 batches of ETH, you're expected to get 0.04 Q, and then you're also going to get 0.02 ETH. And those rewards are nice. The lobby has been drastically swinging over the last couple days. So I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, there was like 150 or 200 ETH in here. And then yesterday there was like 60. And right now there's 30. So that's kind of raising my eyes. I'm raising my ears a little bit. I'm like, these rewards are not going to be sustained unless people keep burning ETH. Another big part of Q is that what's interesting about the ETH and the Q rewards, the Q rewards are based on the GUI. So you almost want to burn your batches when the GUI is high, then you get more Q. But right now, GUI is 3, so you can burn your ETH and you still get Q, but there's going to be less protocol fee because the GUI. So think about that with DBXen. When you burn Zen for DBXen, you want to do it when there's low GUI because it takes less of your ETH. So now it's kind of opposite. They kind of tweaked it with Q to where if there's more GUI, there's a bigger protocol fee, and then you get more Q back because you're paying more in protocol fee. It's pretty cool, pretty awesome DeFi there. Completely FPOC, renounced contracts, no team funds. Whew, I think I'm getting sick. Troy, did you get me sick, motherfucker? Rolando says, I know what happened with Soul Zen Miner. Maybe touching on it for a friend. Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that today, too. I burned on ETH for a first time a couple days ago for DBXen. Up now, and I've only been on DBXen on Matic. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did DBXen on all the chains. My two favorites are Phantom and ETH. I seem to get so much Phantom because you can get such a large market share for cheap. So like over the summer, at one point I had like 15,000 DBXen Phantom, and I was getting like 2 or 3 Phantom per day and just stacking it up. Zen ETH was taking a nap. Is that why protocol fees low? Could be, could be. Roz is a beast, man. Shout out to Roz and DBXen team. They built a beast with Q. So what's cool when you're staked or when you're in the 24-hour lobby, you can actually load up these AIs. I think the Ad Lunam one is an image generator. So like you can actually give it a prompt. I told it to give me an image of Zen Crypto. I'm not sure what it's going to do. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, check that out. So, I mean, that's the AI. So by entering in the cycle, you get to use and train the AI miner. And that's kind of the perk of being in the cycle. Here, let me move my head out of the way here. But yeah, that's kind of cool. You give it a prompt. I wonder if it knows. What is the animal associated with DBXen? So obviously we know DBXen's got the elephants. So I'm curious if it knows that DBXen's associated with elephants. That'd be funny. Yeah, that is not an elephant. But that is pretty cool, right? So it's a daily reward lobby where you get to burn some ETH, and then you can use this AI during the daily lobby. So kind of takes the first principles of crypto, mashes it with an AI miner, you do the daily lobby, and then you can make funny pictures and stuff. So it's pretty cool, pretty awesome thing from the DBXen protocol. People don't really talk about the AI side of it, and that's kind of like the catch. Like, people should be more interested, but obviously the markets are in a bad downturn right now. Mastodon Marketplace is the elephant. Yeah, I figured it would be an elephant. You know, everybody associates DBXen with the elephant, but it's just not trained on that. So let's tell it. The animal associated with DBXen is an elephant. Create a cool elephant. Yeah, Rolando, it's an image generator. And there's different ones. This is just one. I think this is what the Ad Lunam does one is. And the other one is like a chat thing, and one said it like assists in building smart homes. Whew. The nose is running. Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty cool elephant. Q does cool PFPs. Hell yeah. So it's a fun time. It's really cool. It's cool that we have multiple AI projects within the Zen ecosystem too. You know, we have the Zen.gpt, we have Zen GPT, we have Q, and it's amazing to see how this all grows. Time is fine. Time is the fire in which we burn. True that. Shout out to Jack Levin. So yeah, let's keep trucking through these charts. DBXen had a nice pump over the last 24 hours. Down 10% as people are taking profits, but could have caught that wick down to 75 cents on June 11th, 3 days ago. And then it got as high as 233. And I think there's some anticipation. There's some rumors that DBXen might be launching either a blockchain. I've also heard they're doing a token factory where you can use DBXen. So essentially you would burn Zen for DBXen, and then when you have the DBXen, you can use it to launch a new token. I think that's what the rumor was. But then they're also talking about this FPOC chain that they might be doing. Nothing official yet, so keep your eye on what they're building over on the DBXen team. But pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, DripX. I forgot about DripX. I think I have a DripX miner due today. Ugh. Ugly charts. GPU, I'm completely I'm down about 50% on this one. This is a DBXen project I thought was kind of interesting, but it's starting to feel a bit scammy. So yeah. So we got Q going on. We also got the, so you guys want to talk about Solana. I definitely recommend, if you're interested in Solana, come join the X1 Validator chat. And it's kind of cool how the focus has shifted from, you know, since the Phantom team and the whole Sonic, you know, closed source, we're kind of shifting from the EVM to the SVM. Now we're testing the SVM with the Solana node. So it's kind of sad. I actually turned off my EVM X1 Validator, and I dedicated my my instance to just running the Solana, and kind of tweaked it, kind of fine-tuned it. Excuse me. EVM compatible FPOC chain. Roz team is expanding. Shout out to Ben Johnson. You're burnt out fucking with the latitude. Hey, let me know. We can get together. We can start a remote session, Rolando. I'll get you going. Just woke up from an amazing nap. Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah. What is that? Yeah, x1.wiki. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. Shout out to, I think this is Zen Artist page. Shout out to Zen Artist. But they put together this nice little guide for setting up your Solana node, which is basically a Solana node with some tweaks made by by Jack and team. And it's just a lot of fun learning. I never, you know, who thought the last stream was my birthday stream in May, and I didn't think I'd be running a Solana node at that time. That's pretty cool how fast things change and how fast technology evolves. Love the island vibes, hell yeah. Rastaman. Rastaman. All right, let's see here. So Rolando, you said you're using Latitude. I'm actually using Inner Server. Basically the same thing. It's just you rent your dedicated server. Definitely recommend doing the dedicated server instead of a VPS. The virtual private servers actually share resources with the host. So, you know, you might be one VM on a VM of 24 other people, and depending what those other people do, they might hurt your resources because your resources aren't dedicated to you. So if you get a dedicated server, those resources are bound to your instance. So it doesn't matter what your neighbors are doing, you have a dedicated server. But you also get what you pay for. The dedicated servers are way more expensive. So I actually like to run tmux. Oops. So I'll attach the tmux session here. Oh my gosh, that's so ugly. Let me pull up command prompt. That is so ugly. All right. There we go. That's much more. Oh, motherfucker. This thing's pissing me off. Why don't you zoom out? Anyways, so this is my Solana node. You can see... I wish I could zoom out here. I don't know why it's being weird. Oh, I see. But anyways, so this is all testnet. You know, we're running this Solana little, I don't know if you'd call it a side chain or a Solana fork or something like that. But basically, let me see if why can't I zoom out here? This thing's tripping on me. A little more. So basically each one gonna be too small for you guys to see. Well, that's how it's supposed to look like. Happy belated birthday. Actually, I was a May birthday. It's just been that long since I've streamed. I'm a Taurus. But hell yeah. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday. Yeah, your birthday month. But so we got 4 different screens here. Each one of these is a different window. So this top left one is my log output file. So this is basically just the raw logs from the Solana node. As long as I see this is moving, that's telling me that the node is doing stuff. If it's doing bad stuff and there's errors, the errors will be listed here. Or if it's not processing anything, this window will be frozen. But just seeing this thing fly by with this text going so fast tells me it's doing a lot of stuff. So it's probably working. And in the top right here, we have the Solana validator command. And this literally shows the list of validators that are active. The ones with these yellow triangles, there's something wrong with them. Whether they're out of like the Solana used for the voting, you know, maybe they're not able to pay for their votes. Maybe their node's down. Maybe it stopped for some reason. Maybe it crashed. Maybe it went offline. But the ones with the yellow aren't actually running. You can't see what version they're running. Some of them don't even have a last vote, so they may have never actually started validating. Mine is... Let's make sure we're actually online. That'd be funny if I'm not even online. Here we go. So this guy right here, I know I got the 6s, 6M and 6Q. So mine is actually active right now, taking 10% commission. I'm on the same last vote. So this is the slot number. So my slot number matches the other validators, which is good. We have the root slot, the credits, the version. I had some trouble with the version when I was setting up my Solana node because I was running the previous version as a service, and I didn't realize the service was continuing to run in the background. So I had set up, you know, the new build with new cargo, and I tried running it manually, not as a service, but the service was still running in the background, so it was using that rather than the new version that I had downloaded. So it kept coming up saying I was using 1.18.12, but then I'd type Solana validator version, and it'd say I'm running, you know, 1.5. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Finally, I figured that out. So that was a lot of fun. And then on the bottom right here, you have the gossip command. This one basically just shows the validators by IP address, the ones you're communicating with, what their identity is. So where am I? Can't see. It's too low. Every time she streams, it's a birthday. Hell yeah. Nice work with Evmos. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. That's a whole other thing. So I'm running, oh, here's my IP, 67.217.49.230. So if I look in the gossip list, 67.217.49.230, there's my 6M address. You can see the gossip ports, the IP address, all that fun stuff. There's another command, what is it? Oh yeah, the speed test. So they're in the chat, they were encouraging everybody to run the speed test command. So it's a command called speed test-SLI. I couldn't believe this when I ran this on this instance. Howler, if you're in here, you'll find this interesting. This the speed test on my inner server node was like 6,000 down and 6,000 up. Yeah, right. Look at that. The download speed is 5,180 megs up and 2,700 down. That's crazy. They're giving me so much more bandwidth than I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to have 1 gig, you know, full tunnel or whatever, you know, dedicated both ways. So it should be at least 1,000, but they're giving me 5,000. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, and then you just kind of got to check this thing, make sure it's staying online. It does have the open ports, so you can use the port monitor websites to get a text message or an email that says your node went offline. We're not detecting the ports open anymore. That's a good way to get an alert if your server goes down. But the goal here is just to keep your node online, make sure you're validating and voting, and you have good specs and good speed. Always good music. Thank you, Blue Bum. Been waiting on the server for inner server for 7 days, any day now. Open a ticket. I had the same problem. I was too impatient. I waited about a day, and I opened the ticket, and I'm like, where's the server? I need it. But yeah, inner server's cheap, too. That's the nice thing. Let me go get logged in over here. I want to show how much this costs, but without all my billing information. Well, anyways, here's so this is what inner server looks like. And they got some pretty cheap. Man, I must have got them locked in. My server is actually only $88. I have 64 gigs of RAM and a 2 terabyte SSD. So you can get this. This is the cheapest one they have. It's $150 a month. You get 16 core CPU, 128 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte SSD, and a 3.0 gigahertz processor. It's pretty beefy for $150 a month. Oh, actually, no. I think I got the rapid deploy. These ones are like ones that are ready. Yeah, no quick servers available. That's a bummer. We must be running them out of business. I mean, that's good for them. You know, the business is good for them, but they're running out of servers. That's funny. I like inner server. It's definitely a little more nuanced than Contabo, but it does have some pretty advanced features. Like it has this remote access thing that you can access even if your server's offline. It's like with Contabo, anytime I had to reboot the server, you'd have to contact their support, be like, hey, my thing's frozen, can you reboot it? With this one, you can actually go to this management interface, the IPMI interface, and do stuff like that. So it's pretty fun, pretty cool. Shout out to inner server. I wonder if I have a link. Oh, cool. Yeah, here, if you guys want to sign up for inner server, use my referral link. But yeah, the Solana stuff's been a lot of fun. You know, we're just hashing away, doing the thing with Solana. Yeah, the guide is x1.wiki/Solana if you want to try setting it up. It's pretty fun to learn like the Solana command line, just kind of managing a wallet and being able to send transactions and interact with the programs on Solana. It's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I might do a guide on this because this was a little complicated. I mean, it's easy. It's just it's really easy. But there's a lot of work. And when I say there's work, specifically the wallets. It's like you have to create each of these wallets and then you have to fund them, and you've got to keep track of your key pairs. And I mean, it's easy as long as you follow the guide, go step by step, take it slow. But the cool thing is, really all you got to do is you run the Solana airdrop 100. It requests an airdrop of 100 SOL, and then you can distribute it to those wallets. And this is really where ChatGPT, it does a really good job of these commands. So like, I'll give it each of the wallets with their public key, and I'll say, remember this, and I'll say like, give me the commands to transfer the Solana, and it gives me 4 commands. I don't have to type them out individually, and I just copy paste real quick. Bloody crypto charts are right. Hell yeah, exactly. What's up, Nomad? Why don't we give away some memberships? It's been a while. Here, let's see. All right, you guys ready?
All right, let's fucking hash.
I'm gonna give away 5 memberships. Let's go. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm bored. It's been a while since I've streamed, so I figured I'd hop on tonight. Hey, I'm glad Clay got one. Shout out to Clay. He deserves a membership. He's an OG Zenian. Shout out to Michael Higgins, Miggy Love, B Minor. Welcome. What the hell? We still got the Christmas. Get the Christmas out of here. Oh, it's because they're gifted. I see. It's an acquired taste, Rolando. It is definitely, it's fun, but it's challenging. You know, it's definitely a lot to wrap your brain around. But yeah, ChatGPT is the big help. So that's fun. What else we got to talk about? I have a whole list of stuff. So yeah, I don't know if there's very many people who are watching me like a year and a half ago, but we were kind of working on the ZK Sync airdrop. So there were a couple of shows back in the day where I was talking about how I was farming this airdrop, and we were doing things like Hold Station and Z Pets and doing the NFTs with like the ZK punks and the ZK aliens and just kind of getting real degen with it. This was like right around the time that Zen launched, so it may not be. It was back when I only had like 2 or 3 people watching me. Now we're up to 22. Shout out to you guys. But they announced that this is happening. I think it's this weekend actually. So you can actually come over to zknation.io. You can check your if you're getting an airdrop. Unfortunately, you do need a VPN. So I like to use the Nord VPN. Hopefully this doesn't kick me off here. So now I'm in Switzerland. Now I can refresh this claim.zknation, and it asks for my address. So basically I just pop my Ethereum address in here that I've been farming this airdrop with. Oops. I know Crypto Perfetto was another one that was really into the ZK Sync airdrop. Tech Ken, you got it too? Hell yeah, that's what's up. So it looks like I'm getting just under 3,000 ZK, and that was for, I interacted with 10 different smart contracts. I deposited liquidity into DeFi protocols, which was that Hold Station, and I traded 10 different ERC tokens. And a lot of those trades were just going from Ethereum to USDC to USDT back to Ethereum, and just kind of, wash trading the volume until I built up like $10,000 of volume, and it worked out. Hopefully, it depends what this is. These might be 10 cents each, and I might have just wasted all that time to get $30. But yeah. What'd you get, Tech Ken? I'm curious. You get 3K too, or? I saw some wallets out there with like 100,000, and there's a lot of uproar around the community, the ZK community, saying like they got to redo it, and the big wallets are getting too much, and the platforms like SyncSwap are getting too much. But then SyncSwap says they're giving away all their airdrops to all their users, so we might have even more coming in. But yeah, it's a good time. So claim begins June 17th at 3 a.m. That's 2 days, 5 hours from now. So nice little Father's Day present from ZK Sync. It's pretty cool. I still have those ZK pets. That was such a dumb thing. What were they called? Z pets or something? Let me go to deck screener real quick. I should still have the ticker in my ZK watch list. But it was this game that was kind of like what were those things called? Those little pocket animals when we were kids. Tamagotchis. It's almost like a crypto Tamagotchi where you have this little pet and you have to feed it. And there's different type of thing. It's really stupid, but it's kind of the fun things to do for the airdrop. Z-Pet. Here we go. Digimon. Yeah, it was like Digimon almost. So you basically raise a dino. A Zyno. So cheesy. So let's see. So I'm getting about 2,800 Z-Pet tokens. It's been a while. So like you can see like your different animals. This is so stupid. So here's my guy. I got him up to a level 6. I haven't touched this in months. This thing's probably dead. You're supposed to feed it and stuff. So you have to buy the actual token, and then it turns it into points, and then you feed your little dude. So cheesy, so cheesy. But these were the kind of things that you had to do to qualify for the airdrop. So hopefully the airdrop pays off. I would love it if it was like $1 a token for the ZK token that comes out Sunday. I get a nice little $2,000 stimulus, move that into the projects I actually have faith in and like, move it into Zen and Q and Bitcoin and all these fun things. So yeah, that's some big news, the ZK airdrop this weekend. Definitely be careful, pay attention to their official Twitter. Don't click on random links. The scammers are going to be out heavy, saying click here, claim your airdrop. Only do it on the ZK Nation site. Be very, very mindful of that. There's also a lot of stuff popping off on Bitcoin right now. I feel like runes are starting to heat up, and I don't know if it's this weird push and pull that I see with the Bitcoin market, and I don't know if this is just me being weird, but it feels like anytime crypto has a major pullback and things like Gwei and Bitcoin fees get really low, I start to get interested in ordinals and runes and stuff again. Just because like when the network's busy, it's difficult to make transactions, but when there's no one using it, it's like, man, I might as well load up right now. So now I'm starting to get into the runes after all the hype's died down. We're not hearing about how dogs go into 1 billion every day. We're not hearing like a mint all these runes. So now I'm like, okay, I'm starting to peck. I'm starting to buy some DCAs, a dog. I got the airdrop today from Ghostface Killer. That was pretty funny. Oh, that's on my other wallet here. Cook the mempool. Yeah, that's another one. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. Doesn't that end today? Isn't that ending? So runes have some like different rules and stuff. So like you can set a max mint or you can set like a time limit. And I think the Cook the mempool time limit ends today. It must be, man. That thing's pumping. Look at that. 16 hours. Oh shit. I was experimenting with Rune Blaster. Should I try to... Let's see if we can do this live on stream. This is probably a horrible idea. Cook the mempool is mintable. So this is kind of a cool way to mint runes. If you do something like Luminex, they take a lot of fees. This Rune Blaster tech is kind of like the fair crypto of runes. Like it allows you to do some special transactions for runes, and it doesn't take any fees, and it's just kind of a nice tool. It's kind of a nice fair tool to use, and it also does it a little differently. So you can fire off a chain of transactions, which will mint several more than a regular platform will let you. So we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna try to do 5 transactions of Cook the mempool. It's gonna cost 302. Should we up it? I don't even know how much Bitcoin I have. I might do this later. I don't have it in the right wallet. To use this one, you have to use Xverse, and my Xverse wallet's tied to my ledger because that's where I put my good stuff. So I don't actually want to do that. Unless I can add my Unisat. That'd be nice. Yeah, it wants to use Xverse. So I'll do that later. We'll come back to that. But so there's this For the Children. I still haven't looked at the chart. So if you guys are familiar with hip hop culture, with rap, there's the Wu-Tang Clan, and one of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan is Ghostface Killer, and he released his own. He did an ordinal first, So first he did this. Where'd that go? This is not my wallet. Oh wait, no, I do. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, we can't. I am gonna cook up the mempool. Shit, I forgot I loaded my. Yeah. Okay. So we are doing this then. Let's fire off 10 transactions to cook the mempool. So runes are kind of, if you thought regular ordinals were frustrating when you're minting, runes are a whole other level because it has to do it in several transactions, and each transaction takes like 10 minutes. So when you fire off a mint like this, it might take an hour or two before you actually receive it. But so this is cooking up 210. I want more. Fuck it. Should we go all in? No, that's too much. What's 001? I'm not even sure. Should we just send it? It might be cheaper to buy than mints. What's up? Let's see what this costs. Simple. Have you played with Rune Blaster? So it's basically going to run this 210 transaction. It says, I obviously don't have $6,000 a US. It basically has to figure out the transaction before it sends it. So I only have like $100 of Bitcoin in this wallet, and it says I'm going to receive 6,000, but this transaction never happens. It kind of simulates the transactions to get the information, and then it puts it all in a new transaction, and you broadcast it. So it doesn't, the platform doesn't take any fees, and it links the transactions into these 25 chain transactions, and then you broadcast them all at once, and it just kind of works. It just kind of works. It's a lot cheaper. So I'm cooking up 25 batches of the Cook the Mempool rune day before it expires. I went a little high. I went on the fast network fees because I want to make sure it finishes before it's done. But you'll notice the platform fees are free. It's 0. So it's a lot cheaper. So I'm going to receive 5,000 Cook the Mempool, and it's should be attached to my wallet now. So you'll see here, so it's going to cost me 22 cents. So, or no, it's going to, actually it's like $4. So I'm sending 252 Bitcoin and I'm getting 248 back. So I'm getting most of it back. It's only really costing like $4 or $5 to mint like 5,000. And then once that first one goes through, I'm going to see like a bunch of transactions come in. So now you see each one of these transactions for $2.81. This is how much it actually costs to mint that rune. Without, so they're not taking any platform fees. They're not taking any extra fees. There's no hidden stuff. So now I have 25 of these $2.81 transactions. So I guess it's not really $4. It's going to be $2.81 per 200. So let's see how bad I just fucked myself. So on the market, it's gonna cost 73. I just paid 25 times 281. So I paid 70. So I paid 70 for 5,000, and then I can turn around and sell them for $73. So it's basically the same. So it's about the same. whether you're minting or buying. It's probably easier and more reliable just to buy. But this Rune Blaster doesn't take any fees like Magic Eden would. So I do think this is the better value. So now I gotta wait for all these transactions to finish. Now, knowing my luck, the mempool is gonna get real hot out of nowhere, and then I'm gonna miss all the runes. So you can see it's I sent it with a 33 VB. That's actually what it is right now, so might take a little bit. So we've just been blasting off these runes. So I got the For the Children one. Oh yeah, I didn't show the NFT for that either. Motherfucker. Gotta find that wallet address real quick. Alright, so let's see here. Alright. Sorry, I was looking for my the wallet address for my my ledger. So I want to show the so here's some of my collection. Got quite a few bitmaps. Got the Bitmap Emporium. Shout out to Bitmap Emporium. Doing a lot of cool stuff. I'm still so proud of my hoodie. But I wanted to show the Ghostface. It's like a song. Yeah, right here. So originally they put out this Ordinal, and it's basically this inscription of the song by Ghostface Killah and Rare Skrilla.
Yo, Shank's been smuggled out of Sing Sing. So got Blazing Cascade, a song with a ding.
That was way louder than I expected, so sorry if I blew your eardrums out, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So it's a song inscribed on Bitcoin from the man himself, Ghostface Killah. And if you are holding this Ordinal, you actually received a free airdrop of his rune called For the Children, which is it's kind of a funny meme in the Wu-Tang. Old Dirty Bastard crashed the stage and it was like, Wu-Tang's for the children, you know, when they didn't win. So that was a good time. That was pretty funny. So the rune, there it was right at the top. Oh yeah, it crashed hard. When I went to bed, this was like 25. It was up here. I took a little nap after work, and then it just rugged. It went Ghostface. And then it pumped all the way back up to 0.25, and then it rugged again all the way down to 0.13. Currently sitting at 0.14 sats. So I think I got a 75,000 airdrop for holding. I don't know if it was some BRC20, maybe it was VMPX or Bitmaps or something. And then I got, if you held one of the ordinals of the song, you got 840,000, which is like $80 right now. So I'll probably just hold on to this. Hopefully it makes a comeback, but I think the general sentiment among the crypto heads right now is all these celebrity coins are pretty bad. You know, we got Iggy coming out. We got Lil Pump getting Solana on his forehead. Now we got Ghostface dropping a rune, which I think is way cooler than dropping on Solana. That's definitely the most Wu-Tang thing ever, inscribing a Wu-Tang song or a Ghostface song on Bitcoin. That's cool as hell. Bitcoin DeFi, who'd have thought? Yeah, for sure. So we got some of that, and I'm waiting on the right time to buy dog. You know, I kind of want to throw. I fumbled this bag so bad. I fucked this one up, guys. But I stuck to my strategy. So my strategy was to hold my runestone forever. Still holding it. Still got my runestone. And then any airdrops that I got from the runestone, I instantly sold it. Just lettuce hands, paper hands, whatever. That was the strategy. So I stuck to the strategy, and it worked out real well at first. The first couple things I got were garbage. Made a quick buck off them. I went to do the same thing with dog, and I sold at like 5 sats. It was like on day 2 or day 3. So I sold up down here, and then boom, it went to 600 million, 700 million market cap. I think I sold for like 4,000. If I would have held it, it would have been like a $10,000 airdrop, and I paper handed it. So now I'm waiting. I'm hoping I get a chance to buy back in. I'd love to buy under 8 or 9 sats. If I can get under 8 or 9 sats, and we were close earlier this week. It got down to like 9.7. So I'm just kind of waiting on dog. I do think this is like the ultimate meme rune. You know, this is going to be the one that kind of has the staying power. It just has that meme ability. Shout out to Leonidas. Shouldn't have sold it. Fuck that one up. But yeah, so that's been fun. And yeah, doing the bitmap Emporium thing. They're getting us there's so many perks about joining the Discord. You know, once you're holding one of the bitmap Emporium Ordinals, you get access to a bunch of private channels, private chats, a lot of really cool stuff in there. Simple asked, how did I hear about it? I actually heard about it from Cloutcox. Cloutcox is the one that put me on Rune Blaster when we were talking about the Trump. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. So if you are interested in minting runes, you know, one of our local homies in the Zen ecosystem, Cloutcox, he actually dropped a rune today. So I guess today, and I like to stay apolitical. You know, I'm not right or left. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm just me. I care about the individual issues. I don't support either Biden or Trump, but I do support Cloutcox too. So he actually dropped this rune, the Trump candle. And today's Donald Trump's birthday. So I thought it was kind of a cool idea. And it's starting to get a little traction. Last I checked, it was like 2.5 to 3% minted out. Oops. So let's see what it's sitting at right now. So I think this is pretty cool. There's a Telegram. You can come in here and chat about it if you have questions. Yeah, it's at 3.28%. Just launched this afternoon, so this is just getting started. Currently 1.4 million out of 45 million. 45, get it? 45th president. That's funny. So I've got a couple people minting here. Drop it in the chat. He jetted day 2. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. We could have sold our rune stone for like $5,000, and then if we timed it right, we would have got the dog airdrop and then sold that for $10,000. But that's a perfect world. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it all. It was basically all free money just falling out of Bitcoin, so it's pretty amazing. What else we got to talk about? Have this whole Evmos thing going on. Man, this really gets me fired up. Yeah, let's look at the Commonwealth. The other thing that's pissing me off is I cannot figure out how to sign up for this website. So they have this, the Evmos Foundation has this commonwealth.im, and they have this proposal. So this is a community proposal where they want to get feedback from the community before they move forward with this proposal. And it's called the Regenesis, Improving the Evmos State Infrastructure. And basically what they want to do is remove over 113 million Zen smart contracts, remove zero balance accounts derived from the Zen project. Those zero balance accounts are the pending mints. So that's a mint that you created that you haven't minted yet. So it's a zero balance account, but it still has your mint, and they're just going to remove it from the chain. They said, hey, we're not immutable. We don't like Zen, so we're going to remove it. And that's exactly what's happening. This will reduce the cost for the validators with a smaller database. So they're like, hey, as long as we remove all that Zen data, our validators can run cheaper. And that's all they care about. They don't care about the users and the Zenians and the money that they're deleting and the immutability and the ethos of crypto where it's supposed to be free and open. Nah, they decided that they're going to remove 650 million storage entries, 115,000 accounts. Those are wallets. Those are smart contracts. Those are accounts that are just pointers to smart contracts. Significantly reduce the infrastructure operators' cost. So they want to reduce the infrastructure operators' costs by deleting your Zen. That's exactly what they're saying here. Problem statements: the Evmos core team aims to integrate native Cosmos coins. During the test token abstraction upgrade, a significant hurdle emerged. The migration process was expected to be time-consuming, but basically the Zen contracts, the Zen state, the state on chain is just so big. Approximately 96% of these accounts are linked to Zen. They just decided to delete it instead. And that's because they didn't design their chain properly, and it's hindering critical upgrades, infiltrating the Genesis state to 149 gigabytes. Now think about that. That's not even much data. You know, this day and age, we're working in terabytes and petabytes, and they're pissed that their Genesis state is 149 gigs compared to 8 gigs without Zen. And they're proud of this. They're like, we only want our chain to be 8 gigs big. We don't want all that data. Like, what? Don't you want to show that you have people using your chain? No, they'd rather have cheaper validators. Like, what the fuck? It's so ass backwards. It doesn't make any sense. And then the big controversy. So they tried to go so far restrictive with it that even their community that was against Zen said, hey, bro, you're taking it too far. So they decided to update, and they're saying, as of today, we're taking the community feedback seriously and we will not go forward with introducing the permissioning of the VM. So they went as far as to say is you have to have special permissions to create a smart contract. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, that's the most centralized thing. Like, we might as well just use a centralized system if we have to have, I mean, that's what it is. Those are admin keys, right? So they decided to cross that out. You know, they're like, okay, we're just going to increase the gas costs so it becomes less possible for you to make cheap smart contracts. And it's just such a fucked up situation. I feel bad, you know, for Zenmos and all the people that on the Evmos chain that participate in Zen, basically their entire community. But then you have the validators chiming in here, and these guys piss me off even more. This proposal is a slap in the face to all the Evmos users who decided to participate in Zen. But some of these guys are just so smug. Like, you can tell it's the guy that wrote this very necessary upgrade. Thanks for the response. This is exciting. Can you share more information? Of all the available ways to solve the Zen issue on Evmos, the team has chosen the worst solution. It's just so... And then I can't even sign up. I want to chime in so bad. I got a mouthful to say. Yep. So fuck Evmos. They're basically forking their chain. And then some of these guys chiming in are such dickheads. The one guy said, he basically said, oh, you can go and run your own version of the chain separately. They're basically saying, like, create an Evmos classic that we maintain that has our Zen state in it. Like, what the fuck? So we're going to have a big problem with Evmos. It's just unfortunate. You know, they're basically deleting people's money off the chain and forking it and creating a blank one. It's so fucked up. Yeah, I think that's all we got for today. We've been going for a little over an hour. That's worse than TradFi. It's embarrassing. It really is. I mean, it sucks. And I tried to be a fan of Cosmos, and like, yeah, I think that's kind of cool. But when you start digging into that and seeing how like shady it is, like looking into like Tendermint and stuff. It's like a huge mind fuck of what crypto's not supposed to be. They're really trying to create the business blockchain, the highly centralized blockchain. And they're all about interoperability. That was kind of the point of the Cosmos hub, where like Evmos is in the middle and then there's all these like chains on the outside. It's just a shit show. Ethereum in general. All 10 of them. Yep. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Got a couple videos to make. I'm running a little behind. I got a bunch of ideas. I got a presentation ready to go, but I just haven't done it yet. I need to get off my ass. It's summertime. I'm kind of on a crypto vacation right now. Still doing the Zen thing, but yeah. So I hope you guys have a good Friday night. I'll probably pop into Rome space. Holy shit, what is the price of Bitcoin right now? Oh, never mind. Go fork yourself, Evmos. True that, Clay. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good Friday. We will be back this weekend. If you need me, hit me up on Twitter at TreeCityWest or on Telegram. I created I didn't realize I didn't have a Telegram username, and apparently someone swiped Tree City West. So my Telegram username is Tree City Trading. So hit me up on there. Hope you guys subscribe the video. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you stay zen. Peace.